Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the Sony Xperia Z. It's fresh from the CES Electronics show in Las Vegas, and it's Sony's brand new flagship because of its 5 inches big display, and it has for the first time full HD resolution. So that means we have 1080 pixels over here and 1920 pixels over here. So you have an extremely density of the pixels of that screen, as you can see over here, and we have 443 ppi. So to compare it to the all the other devices on the market, it's more than 50 or 60% more pixels per inch over here on the display. So it should be the sharpest display at the moment on the market, but we come to this later on. First, let me introduce the device itself, because it's extremely beautiful. It reminds me to the Nexus 4 with this mineral glass surface over here, and in the front the same, and it's very sleek. It's just 7.9 millimeters, and the weight is 145 grams. And as you can see, compared to the Samsung S3, it's a little bit bigger over here, but not brighter. So in the hand, it's almost the same feeling that over here. So it's good to hold in the hand, and it's very comfortable. And in addition, it's IP55 and IP57, so it's resistant to water and dust. But you have to take care because you have lots of slots over here. This is the slot for the headset. On the other side we have, let me take this out, this is a slot for the micro USB. And here we have the micro SD slot. So yes, you can adjust the internal memory, and it's accepting up to 64 gigabyte over here. Internal memory is 16 gigabyte, and in the free of that around about 12 gigabyte. On the other side, this one over here, this is a slot for the micro SIM, and as you can see, it's all with rubber over here, so you have to take care that you're closing it carefully. And this one is a little bit tricky over here because you have that little device. It's plastic and a little bit rubbery, but here is the micro SD card, comes in over here and goes this way. All right, and here we go. This is the on-off standby volume, and that's all. 7.9 millimeters. 71 and 139 millimeters are the sizes. So it's really the same leak like the HTC One X Plus and the Samsung Galaxy S3, as you can see, and a little bit thinner. All right, let's come back to the display over here and to the other features. As you can see, it's this typical Sony user experience with these start screens over here and the typical menu, so you can have your icons alphabetically sorted or your own sort over here, and that's all we know from Sony. It's Android 4.1, so if you want to have widgets, you go like this and pull them over here, whatever you want. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. You know that stuff. That's all the same, nothing different. But the processor is very interesting, because it's a quad-core processor and it's a Snapdragon S4 Pro with 1.5 gigahertz and 2 gigabyte RAM, so we have double the amount of RAM than normal, and especially this exactly the same configuration you have on the Nexus 4, and this one was very quick in the benchmarks, one of the quickest at the market, so I hope that the Xperia Z will be that quick too. So this is a typical gamer device. I guess you have high performance CPU, a big screen, high resolution, that would be great. And on the other side, you have a 13 megapixels camera, videos in Full HD, of course, and it's a new sensor. Sony calls it Exmor RS, and it shall make a lot more better photos, especially in bad light conditions. And in addition, there's an what is it called? Super plus auto mode, whatever. So if we want to, this automatic mode will activate HDR and this suppression of the pixel colors. So the automatically done photos and videos shall be better than ever before. Sony is telling us, but that we have to do in the review, so let's wait for that. But it sounds all very well, especially it's LTE, it's NFC, and you have that big memory you can expand. So this combination sounds very well. But now let's go to the basics, especially to that picture density, because I wanted to show you the following picture over here. So I have pulled the device to maximum brightness. So please do not take care of that some kind of milky picture over here. Just please watch to the sharpness, and for that I want to have the S3 again over here with exactly the same picture, the same file over here and the same size. Okay, here we go. Again, do not watch the colors. This is AMOLED, this is LCD, and the contrast and everything. You can adjust all this. Just please watch the sharpness. And by the way, this video is in Full HD too. So if you can want to, please watch it in Full HD. So I hope you can see what I'm talking about, especially if you're watching, let's say, those crosses over here or on the bridge, those things, those details over here. They are definitely much more sharper on the S3, which has almost half of the pixel density than the Xperia Z. So I don't, and it's AMOLED and it's pixel. So you just have 2 subpixels instead of 3 subpixels like on the typical LCDs like this one over here. So it should be worse quality, but it isn't. I don't know. I asked Samsung, they couldn't tell me how they do that stuff, but this is the sharpest display I have seen on the market right now. So let's compare this one to the Full HD of the Xperia Z, and you have to say, all right, this is not sharper. Just the other way around, it's less sharp, and especially this is not a kind of the size of the pictures. I've tried it with several pictures, and it's almost the same. As you can see over here on those hairy details over here, it's really sharper. I hope you can see. This one is a little bit, yeah. I don't know how it is, why this is the case, but I can just tell you that's a little bit disappointing. But by the way, it's a beta quality device over here. So maybe until the start in Q1, the Sony Xperia Z will have some better resolution. Yeah. On that screen over here, I can't tell you, but right at the moment I have to tell you that it's a little bit disappointing. All right, that's enough for the moment. I guess you have got all the specs, and it's coming just like I've said in Q1, and the price will be €649.